All right. Another match week. More surprises, even more so considering the news that was just shared before the start of the show. But here we are back again. Welcome, guys. Thank you for listening. And we're gonna start it off with a quick bang. Let's get things nice and dirty. We have our two resident Chelsea fans here, so I'll just stop right here. You guys had your main match of the weekend. Go ahead, take it away. I'll let you guys decide where you want to start. Go ahead, please.
Ooh.
But hold on, before I start, I gotta take my shot. You had the game. You had the game.
Go for it.
You had the game. If you look up at the table, just look slightly up. You'll see a nice blue club by the name of Manchester City that showed you how to win earlier in the weekend. Yeah, take it down.
Zach, what do you have to say?
I mean, first of all, we never had that game at no point. We got lucky to even get a penalty, and so that's what I have to say about that game. But we fought hard, but I don't think we had that game. Like you said, I don't think we had it. We played well, but it was a hard fought game. We got away with a point, basically. Anthony finishes that's a goal. Like there's a few things I can point to, but Shex, like I said, I don't think we had the game. I think we got away with a point, and that's good enough for where we are right now as a team.
Yeah, I think we played well enough, and it was really heartbreaking not to get away with the 3 points. It hurt. Jorginho penalty, only shot on target.
Thank you.
Here's what it is.
Thank you.
I feel like we could have gotten away with one.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to dive.
We kept a clean sheet in how many matches in a row now? Brentford, Aston Villa, Milan, Wolves, Milan. That's like 5 or 6 right there. And then it just had to be Man U.
Other than Milan, what club did you keep a clean sheet against?
Wolves, Aston Villa, Brentford.
Aston Villa. How many goals have they scored?
Wolves.
Aston Villa scored 90%. Aston Villa scored 90% of their goals this season. This past season.
Right. But at the same time, we just played them. So those same players played. The same players that scored played us.
Also, did you see the games and the
different managers? Zach. Hold on, I'm sorry, Zach. We're a different manager. If we go back to what you said about Tuchel.
Same players that played scored, bro. The same players.
So listen. So why is it now the same players that played?
We whooped that shit.
But back when Tuchel, left, and you were all hyped about Potter. Potter is gonna come. Now we're gonna see the real Chelsea. So why is it different with Chelsea with a new manager? But now Aston Villa, it's the same players that play.
I didn't say it was different. Why did I say it was different? All I said was the same players that scored this weekend played in the match when we played them, and we whooped them 3-0. Am I wrong?
No, but my point to your point on that was that it was under a different manager.
So what? The same. Yeah, the
same team. Same team.
Same team. The same players.
So
then
my final point to that was, if it's not the same team, why wasn't that your same energy with Tuchel and then the appointment of Potter?
Why wasn't what was my energy with Tuchel?
Oh no, because you were all excited about Chelsea. Now that Potter's coming, you thinking we were turning the corner. Things are up and up.
No, yeah, I am. Like I can be excited and still think that we still have levels to get to, but I'm still excited. I'm definitely more excited than I was when Tuchel was here. But I still, because we can play badly and still get away with a point. But we were playing badly and losing. That's different. If you play badly and still get away with a point, That's a sign of a good team. That's why I'm still excited because we didn't lose the game. We tied. And we were up. We tied because Casemiro decided to open up his first goal by scoring a wonder equalizer for them. Bravo. We have great players. They have great players too. Anthony finishes with his right foot. We're down. So that's what I'm saying. We played a tough game, and we were lucky to get away with a point. Even though when we went up, it felt like, okay.
It felt like we had it.
But at the end of the day, when I really go back and think about it, we were lucky, man. Because we were not creating that many offensive chances. But at the end of the day, we stuck together as a team. We didn't capitulate. We bend, but we don't break. We were breaking under Tuchel. We bend, but we don't break. And that
breaking under Tuchel, I don't know. I was seeing a lot of the same results under Tuchel. A lot of draws. That's what I was seeing.
Under Potter, we haven't lost.
It was else. We haven't lost
under Tuchel either.
Under Potter,
we lost 3 games in a row against Southampton and then the Champions League, and then we came back and drew.
Okay, that's not losing. That's not losing 3 games in a row. You got a couple big losses.
Games for like the first time in like how long?
Even counting those wins, right? Even losses. Even counting those losses, Tuchel had on one hand total losses at Chelsea career. No.
All I know is, even when Tuchel got there the first time, was our identity attack?
No, it was defense.
Thank you. But our identity now is more possession. It's more attacking. Even when we defend, it's like we make controlled clearances. It's not just mindless clearances that, we're just clearing the ball up straight to the midfield and giving it back. No, like we actually have a plan with everything we do. Even how we press and pressure. Sometimes we press with the keeper. Sometimes we don't. Tuchel, it's like you knew how we were going to play. And it was the same way every single time. And he didn't really, he changed the formation every now and then. But
it seemed to, he didn't seem to have a plan C. And this plan B didn't work.
Yeah.
But with Potter, it's always switching it up. He's even less afraid to make changes at halftime than Tuchel was, which is amazing.
He took off his guy, his player, you know he likes Cucurella because he came with him from Brighton. So he took him off when I had been screaming it. You remember the group chat? You remember what I said? Either Cucurella or one of those guys that come off for Kovacic. He took off Cucurella and brought on Kovacic.
To be fair, in Cucurella's defense, it wasn't like Cucurella was playing badly. It's just
he wasn't playing bad. No,
Casemiro and Eriksen, they were bossing that midfield.
Yeah, it wasn't working. We needed a guy like Kovacic to come in. I was saying, just put Jorginho on the bench for now and play Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek. But after the game, Potter said Kovacic played with a knee injury. So that's what I understand. He's still playing with an injury. His knee is still injured. So I can understand him not starting him. But, that's how I'm looking at our free. And we just offered Kovacic a new contract.
Really?
After that game.
We did?
Yeah.
So
we're in talks, basically. It's not finalized, but we're like, all right, we're ready to give you a new contract.
I see you're trying to replace Raiola.
But basically, what I'm saying is,
he's not wrong. They really handed that man €40 million valuation.
Just
up
that
until
game,
summer of 2024.
Yep, told us everything we needed to know about Mateo Kovacic. He needs to start with Loftus-Cheek. I already love it because Graham Potter finds Loftus-Cheek in high favor, and that's great. That's already great for us. All right, we can now take that next step. But Kovacic, I understand. I understand why he didn't start his knee. All right, but now I see us going to new heights. I still do, even with this draw.
He
It's
literally left it
still
all on the pitch.
So,
yes,
Shanks, so this question,
yes.
Zach, I do want to hear from you, but Shanks, I want to hear from you first on this one. So, taking all that Zach had said into account, where do you go? Where do you guys go from here? Because right now you're fifth in the table. According to some people, that's good enough.
Put a game in hand. Whatever game in hand.
It's not good enough at all. I feel like third
that's what your
place
base
is
said, it's right
definitely
next to you.
there for the taking. It's not, but it's pretty decent. I'm not
We have a game in
complaining.
hand.
We could be worse. Win that game. We're
where
up
do you
to
go from here?
24
What do you
points
mean?
and we're third.
Oh.
We
have a game
need to who are we playing this? We need to keep the momentum going, especially in the Champions League. We need to win that group, come back to the Premier League, and just get another run of wins. Like we won 6 in a row. We drew the first one under Potter, won 6, drew another one. Next game we go again and just keep climbing the table, and I don't know where else to go from there. Just keep climbing the table.
You guys think you're good with the squad you have, or do you think you need to get some reinforcements in January?
Well, yes, we definitely need some. We're definitely going to get some.
What position?
Bowley is going to sign some talented youngsters.
I don't know about youngsters. From what I'm reading, that man's trying to give Ronaldo an out.
Impact players. The only person I see is like Liao, who
You're not getting Liao in January. He's too important to Milan.
His guys, all I'm saying is his organization has begun to talk with our organization. So his people are meeting with our people.
Here's what I'll say. The only way you get him is if you do what we like to do, City. We always like to sign players and just leave them over there until the end of the year.
What we do too. That's how we did it with Christian Pulisic.
Yeah.
Who else did we do that with? Havertz, Timo Werner.
Well, did you do that with Havertz?
Yeah, and Timo Werner. Both of them. We signed
We just did it with a goalkeeper we got from MLS too.
Slonina. We do
Yeah.
that all the time. We did it with Matt Diaz. It didn't work. But yeah.
But
We do it all the
I
time.
mean,
I don't see it
if Milan could go in there and do that, then that's the only way I see that. Otherwise, I don't like your chances at all.
Well, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
The earlier the better. I don't think it will happen until the summer.
But Nkunku,
I think we should definitely try to go for him in January, but in reality, probably in the summer.
yeah.
Midfield, if
Before we put a
Frankie,
wrap-
if De Jong is still available, or if he wants to leave, going for De Jong
De
again.
Jong is not one of the. No, he's a Barcelona.
That man drank the Barca Kool-Aid. He swam in it, bro.
But
you would think that the treatment he's gotten from them, from the upper brass, would be enough to just be like, there's no loyalty there.
Yeah.
But the man's swimming in the Kool-Aid. He's in there forever. But before we put a wrap on this matchup, we have to talk about Man U. But we don't have to do about all that. There's one piece from Man U that I really, really want to talk about. Jadon Sancho.
what about it?
Can we call it what it is? The man's a flop.
Pen,
Can we call it what it is?
Payden Pencho. He is. He's a flop.
Like, you're not gonna. Okay, so this is beautiful because I want to know why you're not gonna say that, because to me, I think I've seen enough. You bought him. Hold on. You buy him from Bundesliga. You buy him from Dortmund on account of his ability. At Dortmund, the man was a threat every single time he stepped on the pitch. At Dortmund, that man did not finish the season less than 10 assists. Like, every time he stepped on the pitch, every time he received the ball, he's taking somebody on. I couldn't count to you how many backwards passes or horizontal passes that man made during this game against Chelsea, to the point where Ten Hag had to take that man off at halftime, and he did rightfully so. Took that man off at halftime. Come on now, and like this is stuff that this is pretty consistent since Man U has spent the bread on this guy. How can you still faith? What are you seeing?
Say that, but are you gonna say Memphis Depay is a flop?
In what sense?
No, look, no. Like, did his career and is he a flop?
I mean, if we're looking at his career, no, he got to play some major clubs. Why would I say he's a flop?
It's not a flop. So,
but I'm saying his move. I mean, his move to.
When they moved to Man U, everybody was like, "Oh my God, he's a flop."
No, but that move was a flop, though.
Sancho is a flop in Man U.
He flopped at Man U, though.
Thank you.
Here's why. I'm not gonna say flop because Fernando Torres moved to Chelsea was a flop. That is a flop because you performed in the Premier League and you're supposed to perform in the Premier League for another club. And you flopped. Jadon Sancho is a young player. He had never played in any kind of Premier League games ever. So I'm not gonna call him a flop. Not yet. He's been here two seasons. His last manager was a dumpster fire whom they fired. Dumpster fire whom they fired. No pun intended. But what I'm saying is, either way, clearly Eric Ten Hag does not find favor in him. Clearly.
What is? How can you find favor in backwards passes? The man's just walking negativity on the pitch.
I don't see any reason to play him over Rashford or Anthony or Ronaldo.
If that's what your opinion is, that's okay. But I don't think he's a flop because I don't think he's even been given half the chances he was at Dortmund.
Not even half the chances?
He was not. I'm sorry, he wasn't. He definitely was not.
The man's consistently in the 11, bro. Despite his bad form.
No. No, that was like the first game he started. How many? They started him out of necessity. No, he's not a regular starter. He barely was that for Ole. No.
Okay, no, you're right. He barely got time for Ole. But as far as the last two seasons,
ever, he's never been a regular starter. And when he was a starter, a little bit, he kind of scored and produced. He scored against Chelsea. I remember that. Yeah, he scored that. He just scored a goal like a few months ago. An important goal. Like, when he's started 2-3 matches, he's shown something. But if you're not going to start him and show confidence in him, I've seen it. He's not going to produce because that's the kind of player he is. Dortmund, he was a pencil-in starter. That's why. He was a pencil-in starter. He's never been anything close to Man U. And it's understandable because it's the Premier League. It's a big club in the Premier League. And there is no tomorrow. What you do now is everything. Okay?
So you have faith.
How old is he? 23? No, he's not. No.
He's 22. He's turning 23 in March.
Dude, he's not a flop, bro.
Only time will tell, but I don't see. I've seen enough of him.
Oh my God. Just come in, just take it over.
So wait, so Zach, to you, he can save his Manchester United career.
I mean, it's up to Manchester United. It's not up to.
But that's the thing. I don't really think it is though, because he's still getting minutes. He's still getting appearances. If you really performed, if you really took advantage of the opportunity you got, if you really made a statement on the pitch to the point where you're looking at your manager dead in the eye, and your play is so good, it's like you're looking your manager dead in the eye and say, "I dare you not to start me." There's come on now. It's not Bruno. I won't say recently, but Bruno, the man's a penciled in starter because what? Since he bought, it's like the moment he put on a Red Devil uniform.
Yeah,
it's like the sun rose. Because other than that, it was just gray, cloudy, and rainy at Old Trafford. And then Bruno wears a uniform. Next thing you know, it's sun is shining again. You can see the clouds again. Like, you remember how that feeling was. Come on now.
but there's only one Bruno Fernandes. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, they're benching and they're not.
I mean, that's because he can't press.
You know what I'm saying?
He can't.
So at the same time,
he can't press. What do you want? He can't run. What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do?
managers like who they like at the end of the day. All right, managers like who they like, and some players, no matter how gifted they are, just don't fit into how a manager plays. And that's okay. Doesn't mean Jadon Sancho can't go into another Premier League club and light it up. So he's not a flop. He's just not in the right situation.
All right.
That's what I think. But if you think it's a flop, that's perfectly understandable. Because at the end of the day, he hasn't produced like he did in the Bundesliga. If you want to say that, that's okay. But I don't think it's a flop.
Let me just clarify. I don't think the player is a flop. I think he's very talented. I just think as far as his Manchester United career goes,
You started up this saying, but what about Jadon Sancho? Flop. Did you not say flop? Sex.
Yes. Manchester career now is a flop. And then you asked me about Memphis Depay, and I said his Man U move was a flop.
Okay.
I'm consistent.
Fair enough.
All right. We'll put a wrap on that one. Next thing we wanted to look at here, guys. Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Where do we begin here? Who's to blame?
Okay, so I will start. This is all I will really start by saying. Liverpool haven't really shown that they can win away this season. They haven't won their last 11 away matches. I think that's what it is. But yeah, that's what it is. There's something going on at Liverpool.
I mean, they can't.
What do you guys think it is?
Well, first and foremost, I think
they can only win at home.
I mean, to be honest, I don't even think they've been that strong, even at Anfield. I think there's a lot of recency bias with the performance that they had against City. And don't get me wrong, it was a phenomenal performance from their end. I definitely was not expecting that from them at all. I definitely thought Haaland was about to carry Van Dijk on his shoulder like this, carrying himself into the goal. But, they defended him pretty well. They put on honestly, Joe Gomez put on a masterclass that day, bro. Joe Gomez was tough. But outside of that one game, they really haven't been strong. And I would say defensively, they cannot defend as well as Joe Gomez has been playing. He has a mistake in him. And the one person you would say is the identity of Liverpool, Van Dijk. Ever since he's come back from his injury, the man has just not looked the same. He just doesn't look confident. And for I feel like one of the strongest points, at least from me watching VVD, was his prediction skills. Like a biggest thing about being a center back. Yeah, there you go. Better way to explain it. My fault. Biggest thing about being a center back is when you have a striker coming onto you on the run, or if they're coming at you with a ball, you have to be able to anticipate where they want to be able to go. Put yourself in a good enough position to give yourself options. That's something he was really good at. Putting himself in a position while defending that gave him multiple options, that if he had to make a split-second decision to go, right or left or whatever, he'd have that option. But
you think that's partly because of his injury? Like maybe he doesn't trust himself to be able to move and make that split-second decision and just be able to move.
I think so. I think because he probably doesn't have the trust in it. He's biting. He's making a decision ahead of time instead of giving them the option. to decide later on. He's deciding way ahead of time, and he's living with the decision. And as you can see, Liverpool is not living with those decisions. Sex, what you think?
Liverpool, not a very good side at the moment. I think their win at Man City, well, at home against Man City, reminded us of what they can do. But overall, this season, they haven't been firing. Trent has been exposed. Salah not scoring as much as he's used to. Midfield, defensive midfield, they have a couple injuries there, and then, like you said, Van Dijk looks different, and that's why they're mid-table right now. I think they're 8th or 9th. But it's like, if they string a couple wins together, they can start, pushing for Europa League places. But right now, for Liverpool, it's a struggle. It's a long season for them. Things are looking bad though, right now. But if they turn things around, they can. Title race is over though. Title race is definitely over for them. But
100%, 100%. Well, let me not say that. I won't say 100%. I'll say 80% because I can definitely see the scenario where World Cup hangover, guys are pretty slow coming back in, and they start off to a terrible start. Like if God forbid, God forbid, knock on wood. But if by some reason we come back from a World Cup, our main guys, we have De Bruyne going, we have, all of England going, all that stuff. Our main guys come and they pick up a knock or two, and that gives us a slow startup. And we go 3 draws and a loss off the spin. I think that's the kind of runway Liverpool needs to get back into the mix of things.
It depends what players get injured too, like coming back from the World Cup. Also, some players that are not even going to go in the first place for Chelsea. And that's going to definitely affect how things play out the end. But
speaking of, you bring up a great point. How much is of your roster is actually going to the World Cup?
I think we have like the biggest contingent, like the highest amount.
Isn't it like over 75% of your roster?
Yeah, they're all like international.
Jeez.
It's
hey, Conte ain't going nowhere.
I mean, Conte ain't going nowhere. You have to be first off. You need to hope that man comes back with an actual hip. You should be calling NASA to go and build him a hip. That's what you should be doing.
Conte coming back in the least bit, he'll be fine.
Conte 4 months hamstring. Yeah, I think it's
he'll be fine. It's a hamstring injury. He'll be fine.
Worst he's going to
lose his step. He needs a new lower half.
But everybody else, they're starters. They're not just going away. They're starters. Most of them. As I said, 75% of them are going to their country. Out of that 75, maybe 70% of that 75 are starters. It's wild.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a lot of my squad is going, but a good portion of my squad are bench guys. Like for example, Edison. Edison's going there to be backup. Let's be honest. No, he's not. Alisson is the starter, bro. Alisson is the starter.
I like Edison better than Alisson. That's
me too, but Alisson is the better. And I hate to say this.
I don't know how he's better.
I hate to say this. If you need clutch saves, Alisson is a notch better than Ederson. However, Ederson is way better at ball distributor. So that's what I like. I like ball distribution. I like to start out quick, and Ederson he gives me a better option about that. With that, rather. So that's why.
Alisson is, what's his name? Mendy.
Yeah.
See what it is.
Basically.
Yeah, it's okay. I like Ederson.
Okay, last question on Liverpool before we put a wrap on that. They actually are in the same boat with you guys in terms of a good portion of their main team is going to be away at the World Cup. That being said, with the dire straits that they're in, it's actually two-pronged question. One, do you think they need to make any moves in January to save their season? If so, throw out a couple names if you have it. And number two, do you think they'll even make any moves? Now, me personally, I'm going to go in reverse. I don't think they're going to make any moves. Liverpool owners are the cheapest owners that I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand a club that wants to be great, but whose owners don't want to really invest like that.
Darwin Núñez, 100 million.
I mean,
Luis Diaz.
Now, okay, so you two players. How long is Klopp been there? No, 2 players. How long has Klopp been there?
Konate.
Add up that valuation and then tell me how long Klopp has been there.
Darwin Núñez was 100 million.
Yes.
1 year.
Konate.
Konate was another. I don't want to just.
I'll say 40. Is that fair? Is that fair? 40?
40 to 60 in that range.
60 for Konate.
He was a highly rated defender, bro. Really. I don't know exactly how much, but I'm just saying the range.
Now I need to Google church now.
How much? But 40 to 60 in that range.
They paid 36.
Oh, 36.
They paid 36, so we're at 136.
Luis Diaz, I think, was 50. So
they paid 37.
I don't know who they're trying to sign.
They paid 37.
But they definitely should look into the transfer.
We're at 180 right now between 3 players. We're at 180.
That's the last 3 seasons. Yeah. So.
And they paid 45 for Jota. So we're still under 200 million for 4 players.
I'm not saying that like they're the most spending club, but I'm not gonna say that they're the cheapest. Tottenham is. You want to go cheap? Look at Tottenham. Spurs. That's cheap.
Now you see. Hold on. Now you see. Spurs has never been synonymous with winning. So
they're cheap. Because, like you said, they are cheap.
Yeah, but you look at Spurs. They don't look at a club that aspires for anything. You look at Liverpool. Their own fans will tell you they're aspiring for things.
They're not cheap though.
They're very cheap.
Spend 100 million. How many spend 100 million on one player?
It doesn't. What you're telling me, I understand what you're telling me, but that doesn't matter to me because I'm looking at when Klopp was hired. Klopp was hired in 2015. It is 2022. We're at 200 million since 2015 that they've spent on players.
No, you're wrong. You're so wrong.
Notable players.
When Klopp was hired, that's when they got Mane and Salah and them went like Klopp's first season. That's when they got those guys. Come on, bro. They probably spent at least 100 million for Klopp's first season. Come on, bro. They're not the most spending club. I understand, but they're not cheap.
You know, they only paid 36 million for Salah, right?
Right, but then what about Mane? Because they had the same season.
We have a party crasher joining us.
What about Fabinho?
Oh yeah. All right, this time, man. Very, very serious. Very, very good.
They only paid 22 million for Mane.
Only 22 million for Mane, Abby.
Bro, they bought more than just Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah.
I understand that, but I understand that. But
they spent almost 100 million. It's not like they were cheap.
It was 20, 20, 22, 36. These were unproven players, guy. Like they,
Okay, but it's not like
yes,
they were cheap. It's not like they were
to the market,
those are players that
to
those are
the
players that
market.
the club wanted. Those are players that the club wanted. Is it not? It's not like they were cheap. Those players, Sadio Mane was a proven Premier League player. Before he ever moved to Liverpool, he scored the fastest hat trick in the history of the Premier League at Southampton. Okay.
So they weren't cheap, right? And
I
you
don't
said
think-
you said about this about Mane. Would you believe that we bought Mane and Sterling were both bought at the same time? Mane went for 22. Sterling was double the price of Mane.
Sterling was a highly rated teenager. Sterling was 18 years old. Mane was what, 22? That's 4 years apart.
But
Come on, bro.
Sterling was.
I think
Come on,
Liverpool are
man.
cheap. Liverpool are definitely cheap though. They are. They are. They don't spend as much money as they should, and they missed out on signings because of it.
Thank you. Yeah, Zach, I hear what you're saying, but you're letting 2020 hindsight. You're letting 2020 hindsight poison you because you're looking at the development of Klopp. Klopp turned bargain buys into superstars. That's what he did.
That's who he wanted. They got him where he wanted. They're not cheap. They spent $100 million on a striker, just like stupid Chelsea did. They're not cheap, bro. What you say? I don't understand what y'all say. They're not cheap.
That was
Who
the
spent
price
$100
tag.
million on a striker besides
That was-
Chelsea. Come on. They just did that.
Overall-
What do you mean? They just did that. Darwin Núñez. What are you saying? They're not cheap, bro. Stop. They're not cheap. No, there's no way. 100. Who spends $100 million on a striker? Come on, bro. Besides Chelsea, obviously.
You're right. I spent a lot of money recently, but that doesn't excuse their image.
Their images, they're not cheap. You know who's cheap?
They're cheap. They're cheap. They're cheap. Can we move on, please? They're cheap.
Tottenham is cheap.
Okay, so no. So you want to talk about Tottenham? Let's talk about Tottenham. It's over for them. It's over for them boys. It's over for them boys.
What do you mean it's over? What's over? Like what's?
I think
I didn't think
they were never in the title race. No, I think what I'm saying. No. They were never in the title race. And what I'm saying is now that they're out of the top four, we're not going to see them back in the top four. It's over.
You counted.
They're still third, though.
Where do you think?
It's not over.
What do you think Tottenham is going to end
They're
up
still
by
third.
the end of the season?
By the end of the season?
Oh,
Six.
Sixth. But that's
Six.
usually where they end up, though. So it's not really over then, is it?
They finished top four last season.
Oh, yeah?
That's why.
Yeah, last year.
I think
But you know, Tottenham, they have a better team than
It's
Man
good.
U. If you look at their team,
It's not over. Yeah,
they got a better team than Man U, and they got a better coach. So they're going through a bad patch right now. That's like Kansas. Huh?
To be honest,
Go on.
to be honest, I could no longer, with full confidence, say I can't look at Antonio Conte like the same anymore. I don't. The way he has his Tottenham playing, God.
Yeah.
When I have trouble sleeping, I turn on film of Tottenham. I'm sorry, I can't.
Why can't you looking at him?
The guys. No, I can't with full confidence say Tottenham is Tottenham has a better coach. I can't. Because I'm seeing on one hand, I'm seeing
He's won the
Ten Hag
Premier-
come in with Man U, right? What do you say?
Antonio Conte has won the Premier League. What has Ten Hag done in the Premier League?
If you're telling me that Conte has the better resume, that's not up for discussion. If you're telling me that he has all I'm telling you is what have you done for me lately? In 2022, who's the better manager in 2022?
That's called recency bias.
Of this season,
That's not really good for analytics. You cannot use recency to analyze something.
What do you mean you can't use
No,
recency?
no, because that's not fair. That's not fair analytics. You have to use everything, put it all together. That's an actual analytics. That's
Ten
like
Hag is better than Conte without including everything.
right.
So you can't just say in the year Ten Hag has been better than Conte. So Ten Hag is better than Conte.
Okay, this is a fair statement. You can say at this very moment,
Wait. So hold on. So wait. So hold
is
on.
performing better than Conte.
So wait. Hold on. So wait. I just. So wait. No. I just using your explanation. I'm gonna write a scenario, and I just want your answer. Okay. We have Coach A. We have Coach B. Right. I'm not gonna say any names. Not gonna say nothing. We have Coach A. We have Coach B.
I like scenarios.
We have Team A, Team B, right? Both Team A and Team B, their goal is to get into top 4. All right. We have Coach A coming in and performing the job after starting off looking terrible.
You're cutting out.
Now he's performing the job. They're in top 4.
Yeah.
We have Coach B of Team B.
All right. Well,
they've gone out of top 4. He's doing a bad job.
Yeah.
What you say?
We just lost them.
I think you're trying to compare to both coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely Conte.
Yeah, I mean,
Me
the
too.
guy has just a better track record. He's proven himself. It's actually disrespect to compare him to somebody who hasn't even proved himself
Imagine.
in a league like that.
Totally agree.
You know?
Yes, totally agree with that.
Imagine.
Because Ten Hag just joined the Premier League. Conte has won in the Premier League, as well as winning in Italy and wherever, just like Ten Hag has. But Ten Hag hasn't won anything in the Premier League. So to compare these two coaches, yeah, no, I totally agree with that promise. It's just like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think his phone probably died, or his phone was dying, and he didn't know.
Phone dying. I'm here.
Yeah,
So I mean, I guess we have to talk about Arsenal, man. Those Gunners.
Hey, man, as much as I hate to say, I gotta give them their flowers.
Really?
But
yeah.
I'm still gonna be a skeptic because they haven't played any really top team. When they met Man U, they lost. If they meet teams like Chelsea, Tottenham, okay, they beat Tottenham. Shit.
But Tottenham is not the top team. They're out of the top 4.
True.
When they met Newcastle, didn't they tie? Or they haven't met. When they've met good teams, and they just tied to Southampton, even though we lost to Southampton. So maybe Southampton is better than their record.
You know,
if you want to say.
Usually when a team wins, right, you kind of feel this sense of they're either going to keep going or if it's luck. And right now, I feel like a lot of people are watching Arsenal just being skeptical that they're going to fail. They're going to fail. So it's a hard judgment to make. I guess we just have to wait. But they don't seem like a team that's so stacked that they're going to keep that momentum going. I think what's really making them successful right now is their coach. I don't know if you guys have heard him talk in the locker room and how passionate he is. I think that's what's keeping that team together. The way he really, Mikel Arteta, really, he's very passionate. He's a young coach, and the first season, he didn't do so good, so he has everything to prove this season, or he's going to lose his job. So he's doing a good job keeping that team together. As long as they keep going like that, they're definitely going to be top 4, without a doubt. But as far as winning the Premier League, I'm gonna be skeptical. I don't think they're gonna. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I'm definitely skeptical. Yes.
I think they're gonna end up in top 3. And Chelsea is gonna be second.
Yep.
Yes, you are.
Man City is gonna lose a lot more than you think.
Excuse me?
I think Man City is gonna lose a lot more than you think.
What club do you support?
I'm a Chelsea fan now. What do you mean?
Before you answer, I want to dive into that actually. Let's dive into Man City.
What are we diving into?
How
A
much
3-1 win.
Man City is going to lose?
I think they're either going to tie a lot more games and they're going to drop. I just feel like they're going to drop a lot more points. Because it's hard to be a consistent team for 4 years in a row like that. It comes a time where that chemistry, that morale starts to fade away. based on
It's been 5.
5 exactly, even more. Like there's a time Chelsea was dominating top 2 like that for a while. They're gonna start to fall off. This is their season to fall off. Look at Liverpool. This is the season where Liverpool and Man City are gonna fall off, and other teams are gonna take over. Chelsea's slacking right now. Chelsea should be taking over.
This is
bias. No, it's not bias.
this is normal for Liverpool now.
Huh?
This is normal for Liverpool now. I just want to say this is normal. Remember, outside of the year that they won the championship, there was the 2 years where they lost by a combined total of 3 points to us, and then remember the two years after that, this one and the year before the 2 years before the championship. It's the same thing we're looking at. Mid-table team. Go look at the table. This is normal for Liverpool. So don't compare us to.
No, but this season is different though. You know why? Because you got teams like Arsenal that were nobodies competing. So now it's not just Liverpool and Man City. Chelsea's always consistent. We always gonna be at least top 4, top 3. So we're always gonna be there competing for that at least. So now you add Arsenal into the picture. So and then you got Liverpool and
Arsenal,
Man City. If they don't stay as consistent like they were before, they're not gonna make it. Like I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
Do you know who we have?
Wait, sorry, when you say who are you guys?
Man City now.
Man City. Okay. Oh, wow. I want to ask you to win, but that's
a Norwegian king leading our line, guy.
That guy, bro.
21 goals already this season in all competitions.
Bro, what did he do? What did he do against Liverpool? Did you see him do anything like when he's playing top teams? Watch when they play Chelsea. That nigga
on the ground. I saw that. He put one of your guys on the ground. I saw that.
He scored goals.
Okay, he scored goals, bro.
Liverpool decided to show up.
There's a difference from
Liverpool decided to show up.
Being informed, he's informed. But I'm telling you, against top teams.
He's been informed. He signed for Dortmund.
Of course. But again, this is the Premier League. And he has a good start.
Okay.
I'm not one of those who's going to jump on the bandwagon.
Now it's turned into a good start. Before, this is the Premier League. You can't be expected to boss the Premier League like the Bundesliga. That's what it was before.
How many goals does he have in Champions League?
This is the Premier League. He's off to a good start.
Okay.
Soon it will be. I want to know what it will be.
How many goals does he have in Champions League this season right now?
12.
No, he doesn't. 12 in Champions League this season?
No, he doesn't.
No, I'm lying.
I'm telling you.
Maybe he has 3,
bro,
or 4.
There's been games where Man City have struggled.
He has
4.
Oh, they're doing cool.
Probably 3 or 4, honestly.
He has 20 goals in the Premier League, though.
But that's going to trickle down, bro. It is. I'm telling you.
It should.
Trickle down. It doesn't matter. Okay. Even if it trickles down, even if he trickles down, regardless of whatever rate you think it's going to trickle down at, he's still breaking the Premier League record.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, okay.
But, people are expecting, he has 20 by this point. People are expecting to reach like 50 or something. I'm just saying it's going to trickle down. It's not going to get higher than what we're already seeing right now. This is like a good start. It's like the most beautiful start he can have. He's not going to be scoring another 20 goals in the next 5 games. It's going to be trickling down from here.
He has 5 goals already in the Champions League.
He has how many?
Okay.
5. That's not bad. In 6 games? They just finished the group stages.
Exactly.
But Man City's the top team. They're a winning team.
It's actually 5 goals in 3 Champions League appearances.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you. Start walking it back. Start walking back some
I'm not going to hate on the guy. I just feel like it will trickle down, though. I don't see it going
at
higher.
At the end of the season, but the more it goes on, the harder it's going to be for him to score because the defenders are going to know him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying it from a striker's perspective.
So it's like right now, it's
good
like,
teams,
oh my God, I don't know what's going on.
But y'all are thinking he has the likes of the service that y'all have to deal with at Stamford Bridge.
No.
De Bruyne.
not even thinking
Bernardo Silva.
Okay,
Come on,
guess
yo,
what happens when
yo,
that same
excellent.
guys that you're mentioning, De Bruyne, Bernardo, all this, they played Chelsea in Champions League, right? I'm telling you, in real serious games, in semifinals or quarterfinals, those type of games, bro. Yeah, De Bruyne is gonna be on the field, all that stuff, but it's gonna be like a 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 type of matches. They're not gonna be scoring mad goals, and if they do, it's not gonna be him all the time. It's gonna be a collective team effort. Man City, especially with Foden.
Here's what you're not realizing. Here's what you're not realizing. In all the matches, in all those big matches, like you said before, like you said, yeah, it's gonna be that 1-0, that 2, that 3-2, that tight scoreline. And we've always lost because of what? Like you said, it has to be a team effort. We don't know where the goal is coming from. Now we have that guy up front where we know if we force the ball to, he's gonna get at least one in. And while your defenders are trying to stop him, we have the regular versatile team to go in and poach.
Very dangerous.
You see?
You're right.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point I'm making is that the defenders are going to stop him eventually. But you guys will still score. That's what makes you guys a top team. You guys will still find a way.
Thank you very much.
But his goals will trickle down. That's all I'm saying. I mean, honestly, I hope he doesn't. I want him to break records. I like to see players just come and break records so we can have another Ronaldo and Messi, but...
I mean, he's already there. He's already at that level.
All right, chill out, man. Come on, bro.
Come on. Let's be honest. I'm not saying like he's already like Ronaldo status, but I'm saying like he's already at the level to the point where
he's not.
He's this generation's Ronaldo, this generation's Messi. Like
he's not even at Mbappe's level.
What do you say?
Ooh, that's a good question right there, actually. Would you pick Mbappe at Man City over Haaland?
Hell no.
Oh my God, this guy.
Hell no. Mbappe's attitude.
Attitude. We're talking about football.
His attitude doesn't come into my team. He does not come into my team.
Is Erling Haaland on Mbappe's level? I don't think so. What do you guys
You're
say?
only thinking about that because of the World Cup, and I'm sorry.
Hold on, but Mbappe is not an ST though. He's more like a winger striker.
Agreed.
So it's not a perfect comparison.
Is striker better than Haaland? That's just me.
You're saying he's a better striker.
Let's look at finishing. Finishing. Just think about finishing. Who's the better finisher? If you was to have a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, who would you pick, Mbappe or Haaland? One-on-one with the goalkeeper. I would pick Mbappe all day, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably go Mbappe.
Be honest, it's a coin flip.
It's a coin flip, really.
It's a coin flip. Yeah.
Have you seen Mbappe's top corner finishes where he finesses it and means to put it there?
Yeah, I can say I tell you that he has some nice top corner finishes, but also Haaland has his fair share of finishes.
Haaland has a lot of goal poaching, tap-ins, which is a great striker attribute, to be in the right place at the right time. That's something you cannot teach. But to finish top corners, mean it, finesse it there, that's also finishing that's like intentional. You know what I mean?
Okay, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, to your point, Haaland be having a good number of goal poaching goals. Like you said, that's a skill that you cannot teach. But you have to call it what it is. It's a skill.
It is.
Something that he excels in. A really good skill.
Which skill would you rather have?
I think away from him. So the fact that Mbappe has a bit better finishing touch, all right, I agree with you there. But let's look at that for what it is. He has a bit higher finishing touch because his ability to put himself in positions to poach goals isn't as great as Haaland's.
True.
So
you would prefer a goal poacher than somebody who can create and finish.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I'd rather that, but that isn't to say. But that isn't to say. But that isn't to say that Haaland can't create his own goals. We've seen enough.
I think he can.
Not
as much as Mbappe though.
Not nearly as good as
Mbappe will run through niggas.
Well, that's my question. That's my question here. When you say it's not good as Mbappe, where have you seen the majority
at creating his own goals? Erling Haaland is not as good as Mbappe.
Yeah, this is agreed. I've agreed there.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, no,
But
I agree.
it
That's
all
why I said it's a
depends on the
conflict. Because
team.
if you really break down both players,
But Haaland would not fit in PSG because PSG has players that are kind of single-minded, and they would not create those goal poaching opportunities. But in Man City, you have like De Bruyne that would send crosses in positions where
Thank you.
Haaland needs to be at the
Thank
right
you.
time.
It's
That's
catered
why
to
it
what he
fits
does
perfectly.
best.
If Haaland
Thank
played
you.
for PSG, they would not be sending him
He
those
won't.
passes or those
Yeah.
dangerous spots.
He will still score.
They would be dribbling
But
around.
it wouldn't be.
You know,
It wouldn't be like
he wouldn't
this.
fit.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on the team. You know,
I don't think so. I think Haaland is a chameleon. I think he could fit wherever.
really.
I think so too.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I think so too. But I don't think it would be as it would look as like it does at Man City because you guys literally your play style literally catered to what
Exactly,
he does
especially
best.
with De Bruyne.
And that
De
goes
Bruyne sends balls.
He would have to work. He would have to work harder at other teams to get his goals. He does not have to work as hard as Man City.
I agree there, but to promise a specific point on PSG, I do think that while they're not set up exactly to the same level, the same degree as Man City, I don't think it's that much of a drop off because I do see them set up similarly in similar positions. Because you have the way they use Messi, that's how we use Bernardo, and to a certain extent, if you take away Kevin De Bruyne's drop back, that's how Messi plays over at PSG. Basically, talk about forward facing in the final third. That's basically the way he's able to interchange with the pass interplay with Mbappe when they do their 1-2s, and Mbappe will get in a place to score. If not, he'll give that back, and that's where we've seen the wonder goals that Messi has been giving us this season in League. So
you got a point.
And when you add in the fact that you have Neymar on the opposite side, that's our Jack Grealish, Phil Foden.
I think you're wrong.
What you say?
I think you're so wrong.
Really? Well,
Yeah, Man City played nothing alike. I think you're very wrong.
I didn't say that they play alike, right?
Who is João Cancelo? Who is João Cancelo? Because João Cancelo is actually the player who has the most touches in Man City. Who is João Cancelo in PSG? Who is João Cancelo on PSG?
Hakimi doesn't pull up like Joao Cancelo, man.
Oh God! Go back and start. Come
on, bro! Don't tell me that.
Go back and watch us
up to the front of the boxes.
He won't. Okay, so he won't. Listen, Hakimi will not drop into midfield. He won't be able to.
No, don't get me wrong.
Balls over the top.
Hakimi goes up, man.
Balls over the top, like he won't be able to ping balls over the top like Cancelo. He'll drop and.
Okay, we've settled that. Who is Kevin De Bruyne on PSG?
Oh, I said now, take away his drop back. That's Messi.
No.
I said if you take away his defensive work rate, that's Messi.
No. Messi's not passing like De Bruyne, man. Messi's not passing like De Bruyne.
He's not.
Messi's not passing like the
bro, please don't even
Messi disrespect. No, I'm disrespecting him. Don't disrespect De Bruyne.
Messi is not.
Messi,
have you seen Messi do a pinging cross from far away?
Messi
pinging one.
Use his right foot.
Yes,
no, Messi does not ping balls. Messi dribbles and do the tap side pass or like the through ball behind the defense.
I've seen some of them.
Wait, I've never seen Messi cross the ball in my life. Actually, have Messi ever crossed the ball in his life? Has Messi crossed the ball from the side of the corner line?
We're not saying that's what he does
But
best.
that's what De Bruyne does.
His best attribute, shooting, passing. Messi's best attribute.
I mean, he's a midfielder. That's what you want from your midfielder.
He's a different passer. Messi dribbles and does the through ball.
That's my point. It's different. You can't compare Messi to Kevin, bro.
You know what?
Bro, I'm sorry.
You know what? This is gonna go on. Let's pause here. Let's save this topic for the next. We'll start with this topic for the next episode.
Okay,
that's what we'll do. We'll start this topic for the next episode because we have to. If we'll go all night. We did have one more, but we'll also save that topic for the next one. We'll start that one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, where did Shugs go?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
So hold on. Question: does he stop it or do we stop it?
I think Shaq stops it, but maybe
It
he's.
will.
So it's recording right now, right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. It's still
All
recording.
right. Let's end it here, guys. Thank you. This was a fantastic episode. If you listen for this long, you're amazing. We love you. Hope you tune in for the next one.
Yep. Talkatives again.
Peace.
It's out.
That's when we'll end it there. Shags, you could edit this one out. Sheesh. Oh, the guy woke up.